Welcome to the Roman Reigns Jey Uso Variety Show. I'm John Rentham with my review of WWE Smackdown, and lazy show here. It was really fucking lazy. Outside of what happened in the main event and the aftermath, realistically, a lot of the show just seemed to be thrown together. They're continuing one storyline. I don't fucking understand why. So Jey Uso is, hyping up Roman and everything. He's in the ring, talking about how great he is. Roman cuts him off, gets to the ring, says play it. We see footage of him versus Drew McIntyre, Jey Uso interfering. And then we cut back to live action. Roman says, well, I need your help. I don't want to be looked at like a bitch in the locker room to you. It's going to be embarrassing to our family. I need to be the head of the table. Running down Jey Uso. And then they leave. Jay's, all upset. And then here comes Otis because he's going to face Baron Corbin. And Jay's just kind of looking at him like, what the fuck? Otis goes down a little bit further. Jay has a chair. He lays out Otis, just beating the shit out of him. Now Jey Uso is one of my favorite wrestlers on SmackDown. I can't stand the Otis character. Got nothing against the person. Just can't fucking stand the character one goddamn bit. So it's not going to be Otis wrestling Baron Corbin, which is good because I didn't want to automatically hate this show right away. At least I thought that. And then Dolph Ziggler and Robert Roode come down. And they're cracking jokes about Otis having a full plate. Because fat jokes, am I right? And then he says, well, enough of the time wasting and dumb jokes. Dolph Ziggler summing up his career in the last 5 goddamn years. And then Roode is like, we want the SmackDown Tag Team Championships. And then here's the Street Profits. And, Angelo, I think, was trying to be funny, but talking about how Roode can only grow a little facial hair on his upper lip. He's had a full beard for a while now. I mean, I'm not too certain how long he's had that, but it's like he's had it for a goddamn while. It was just really fucking weird. We get the Street Profits versus Ziggler and Roode. First match, 20 minutes in. I mean, the beatdown Jay gave Otis was fine. It wasn't very good. It's not that these guys aren't athletes. I just don't fucking care. The tag team divisions, NXT, they're trying to pump something up a little. I don't know if it's going to work. But the tag team divisions, by and large, in WWE are just fucking shit. And we get the most devastating maneuver in all of professional wrestling. Surprise roll-up, 1, 2, 3. So Ziggler and Roode win, and this feud will continue. Watch them win the tag team championships for no fucking reason. Brian is then interviewed by Kayla. Fucking hell, Kayla looked beautiful tonight. He says, I'm not out to get Sami Zayn. I'm out to get the Intercontinental Championship. Fair. Makes sense. And then the Mysterio family with Murky. Why is this still going on? Why? Why is this fucking going on? Why is Aaliyah here? Aaliyah adds nothing to the show. Like, I would have understood if Rollins had stayed around and they had Murphy, Rollins, and, Aaliyah had been converted to be part of the cult, or part of his greater good, but it's like, there's no point for her to be there. And I don't care about consenting adults. I find this relationship thing gross, because it doesn't add anything to the story. That's just my take. And also, I don't see the point in it. Murphy doesn't look comfortable with it. Neither does Aaliyah. And then here's Corbin. And he says, well, you're just riding the coattails. Bad time to pause that there, Corbin. And then we get recaps of the final farewell. It's not going to be the final farewell for The Undertaker if you don't fucking stop playing it, you fucking idiots. I know he had a 30-year career. This should have been 22 years. Check out my Survivor Series rant if you'd like to hear that. But, come on. Just fucking deal with it. Like, when you have a Christmas episode, then play some stuff from The Undertaker. Something like that. I mean, if they really shouldn't have a live episode for Christmas. I hope they don't. We then get Sami Zayn talking about how we stuff meat in us. He hates Thanksgiving and that we're gluttons. He's not wrong. And Thanksgiving, yeah, given what it's based on, yeah. And he talks about sabotage. Well, he just can't stand it. He know Brian planned it. And if you understand that, I love you guys. So it was Zayn versus no Lars Sullivan, by the way. Maybe they gave up on this because Lars Sullivan is not very good. Zayn versus Brian, good as expected. Why'd they do a brainbuster on the apron? I don't care how safe these guys are as workers. That's fucking stupid. We get a yes lock. We get to the ropes. We get a dive outside to the announcer's table. A dive outside towards the stage. They battle towards the stage. And then to the back while the referee's counting. And delaying. She could have counted to 10 before they were even at the stage with how she should have been counting. But you know what? They had to make the ref delay the count. I'm not faulting the ref here. And Zayn manages to somehow make it back despite them going to the back. What the hell's going on? Zayn wins by countout. We go back. Jey Uso's beating up Daniel Bryan. Owens is upset, throws him off, and Jay says, well, you know where to find me. In like catering and where? Where the fuck are you going to go? It's not a very big area that you guys are using. It's one location that you've been shooting at for the last few months. So we then have Owens calling Reigns to his face, by the way, you know, treating his family like trash. What the fuck is that about? He didn't say that, but it would have been funny. And then we get a match a little bit later. We're getting Natty versus Bianca with Bayley on commentary. Bayley wanted to challenge Michael Cole to a match. There is no person on this fucking earth that would want to see that match. Nobody should want to see Michael Cole on WWE television anymore. If you like him, that's fine. Bayley versus Bianca could be a pretty fun feud. We then get Bayley knocked down at one point, and then we get the most devastating maneuver in all of professional wrestling. Surprise roll up 1, 2, 3. Bianca gained the victory, as she fucking should have. I mean, I actually totally forgot for a second who got the victory. And I like Natty, don't get me wrong, but it's like she hasn't been part of anything of consequence in a while. And then we get Murphy with the Mysterios versus Corbin. When you're making me wonder why Corbin is making reasonable points in 2020, you have a problem. Corbin was upset because of all the interference. Because of Aaliyah being out there, and Dominic and Ray continuing to get on the apron and interfere and stuff like that. It's like, is Murphy supposed to be the heel? Like, the Mysterios are like, we're going to help Murphy. We like the fact that he, you know, was beating us up for a while, but then saw the light, and then didn't see the light, but then suddenly saw the light to help Ray beat Rollins. And, oh, yeah, he's, you know, grooming Aaliyah. I mean, you know, I'm just going to say that because it's actually true. That's how it's coming across. Now, he hits a pump knee strike, and then Corbin has his foot on the rope. Dominic knocks his foot off the rope, and Murphy wins. This did nothing for Murphy. Corbin's upset. He says, I want a rematch next week, and this time I'll have help. Expect Rude and Ziggler to show up all of a sudden. Wait. Oh, God, the Forgotten Sons. They're going to bring the Forgotten Sons back. Watch them bring back just Cutler and whoever the fuck else it was. Who the fuck else was the other? Cutler and Blake? Yeah, that was it. I don't remember. They can stay forgotten for all I care. That fucking gimmick. Especially Riker, piece of shit. Yeah, this did nothing for Murphy. It was fucking dog shit. We then get Zayn insulting Big E and Apollo. Apollo's like, I'll see you later, Big E. Calls his house rickety. It's like a house of cards. Hopefully not. We don't want anything like a house of cards to happen. And then grips Sammy's hand for a count of 10. And Sammy's like, I mean, to be fair, Big E is pretty strong. Probably could do that. And then Billy offers her headshot to commentary. That didn't sound quite as dirty in my head until I said it, but I'm just going to roll with it. And then Carmella says, I call the shots. Can I ask something? Why did Carmella take inspiration from the Final Destination 3 tanning scene? She looks so fucking just baked and out of it and everything. She just doesn't look natural. Like, nobody really does. You have to have yourself TV ready. She looks like if you tried to, like, get her under any hot lights, she'd freaking melt. Stop doing this with your women. It's not healthy. Anyway, she says, oh, I run this. She snaps, you know, like this and tries to get her drink. And then gets a champagne glass thrown in her face. She's sorry it wasn't piss. Corey approves. And then Sasha beats her up a bit. Okay, we get that. We get Owens versus Jay. It was fine. We get a DQ finish with a chair. And then Jay's beating him up a bit. And then Owens takes over, brawls with him. Keeps yelling at the camera, you know, to Roman, oh, this is your family? This is your family? This is what you're doing? This is how you treat your family? Well, I'm coming for you, Roman. Are you watching? And so we're going to get that match at TLC. I'm fine with that. That will actually be a good match, provided that they actually let them go out there and wrestle and they make it less about just talking all the time. Not really a good episode of SmackDown, but a good ending. It just was really lazy. And they really do a lot of shit with the women. This didn't. Anyway, agree, disagree with what I said, like, share, subscribe, Twitter handle in the description. I'm John Ritlin. I'll see you soon.